Menopause is an opportunity to learn about and become your authentic self. It's a rite of passage. It's an initiation. That doesn't mean that everything is easy and it goes smoothly, because when we're challenged, that's when we learn the most. Okay, so it starts off with perimenopause, and in perimenopause we still have periods, but they often become erratic, very heavy or very light, and they don't come regularly. And at the same time we start off usually with emotional upsets. We feel out of control in some ways. And then we start maybe getting hot flashes or night sweats. So these various symptoms, we all suffer differently from them, in that some are worse than others for different ones of us, okay? So it's an individual thing. And then when we stop our period, we pass into what's called menopause. And during menopause, we continue on with some of those symptoms, but we don't have a period. And then we move into postmenopausal zest, which is the thing to look forward to. And it may take you anything from 3 to 10 years to move through the menopausal stage until you reach PMZ. This is a term coined by Margaret Mead. PMZ, postmenopausal zest. It is the first time in your adult life that you will have steady energy that you can devote to whatever you want to devote to. Before, when you are in the mother phase, you are going through premenstruation, menstruation, post-menstruation, or ovulation. So your hormonal balance is different every day. You never really know where it is. So traditionally in the Greek, and maybe before the Greeks, women were talked about as having 3 phases in their life: virgin, mother, and crone. So in the virgin, you're a child and you're innocent. When you start getting your periods, that is the mother period, even though you might not have a child right away, but you're capable of having a child, and your biological drive is to have a child. And then when you come to the last period, in the traditional terms, it's called the crone, the period of the crone. So when we're menopausal, we are the crone. We're baby crones learning how to be wise women. Now, this phrase crone, or this word crone, often creates a reaction. We don't want to be called crone because we associate it with the witch. We think of it as an old, bent-over, hook-nosed, grey-haired, wrinkly old woman, which was the picture of the witch. This happened when the patriarchal system wanted to dominate in the Western world, and the people that they had the most problems with were the wise women. And so they demonized them and called them witches, and for many, many, many years burnt them and drowned them and did all sorts of terrible things to those wise women. So we want to help to make this an honorable term again. In this society, we are all living longer and we're healthier. And so by the time we reach the crone stage of stopping our periods, we maybe are still looking pretty attractive, etc. But our society honors younger women, and it doesn't honor older women yet. But it's a great pity that the society loses so much of the wisdom in the world when it doesn't listen to the wise old elders. So in traditional societies, in some of them, the women are still honored in their old age. And in some of the Native American cultures, the chiefs make decisions, but they never carry out their decision until they've gone and checked it out with the older woman council, who seems to be able to take a larger view of things. Yoga is a system which seems to help us to go through more calmly and more easily through these stages of the menopause. And it keeps you in touch with your body. It helps these poses that we are going to work with soothe you and cool you and help you to be more comfortable. It doesn't necessarily take away all the symptoms, but you are not your symptoms. So you learn to detach yourself away from them and in fact begin to enjoy them, because they are reminding you that you need to take note. Take note of how your life has been and how you wish your life to be in the future, and to be proactive in creating that for yourselves.